evening, everyone. My name is Nicholas Mollick, and I'm one of the co-founders of Logatot. Logatot is the world's first voice-activated child care management software designed to tackle one of our nation's biggest challenges, and that's our national child care crisis. In the last 10 years, over 150,000 family child care providers have left the industry. That adds up to well over 1 million families having lost their daycare. Of those 150,000 providers that left the industry, 80% of them cited overwhelming compliance and regulation as the reason why they left. Think about this. Every day, on average, a family child care provider needs to keep track of over 150 different tasks and events every day. That's over 1,000 different events that they need to write down on a piece of paper or track on a computer. Over 1,000 events a week. Now, most of the time, tracking that administrative work ends up at night when they're not getting paid, or on the weekends when they're not getting paid. Day in, week in, year in and out. Stress builds up, frustration builds up, and they just start waving the white flag, and they leave the industry. Something needs to change. Introducing Logatot. For the first time, a family child care provider can use their voice to track all of those 150 different events that they need to track for compliance and regulation. For the first time, a family child care provider can physically change a diaper and log that event in real time at the same time. For the first time, a family child care provider can walk around their house with a simple AirPod or just speak out loud to any computer, any laptop, or any tablet, saving precious time every single day. Let me show you how it works.
The best pitch I can give you is to just show you what the product actually does. It's as easy as saying, Logatot, start provider time. I'm cleaning toys and prepping meals.
Provider time started.
Logatot, Briggs just got here.
Check-in logged for Briggs.
Logatot, Carmen and Kara just got here.
Check-in logged for 2 children.
Logatot, I just did a health check on Carmen. Mom said she didn't sleep well last night.
Health check logged for Carmen.
Logatot, I just changed Briggs's diaper. It was wet.
Diaper change logged for Briggs.
Logatot, I need more wipes for Kara.
Item needed logged for Kara.
Logatot, start employee shift for Amanda at 8:10 a.m.
Staff log started for Amanda.
And it can keep going and going and going, tracking providers' use of time as they go without having to divert attention from care.
It's as easy as Logatot. I just changed Julie's diaper, and it was wet. That's it. And now it's logged for compliance. You don't just have to take it from me. Take it from Heidi Brandt, who's been a family child care provider of over 20 years and happens to be the president of CSEA Voice, one of the largest family child care unions in the country. Since Heidi's been using our product, she has saved upwards of 2 hours a day, getting back over 10 hours a week. Our software is giving providers back one of the most precious resources we have as humans, and that's time. The overall child care market is enormous, and it's going to grow to upwards of $90 billion by 2030. And how are we going to take a piece of that market? Well, we're going to revolutionize family child care, like I've been talking about. We are going to relieve the stress and, again, put time back in those providers' lives. We can tweak our software a little bit to go after child care centers, to allow teachers and administrators to be able to use their voice to track all of the compliance and regulation that they need to track. And then we're in talks with other child care management software solutions that are all manual, that are interested in our vocal technology, and they want to see if we can integrate our voice product on top of their software so their clients can start saving time as well. And then associations, union partnerships, and state and federal funding, which is becoming more and more as more people see and realize the unbelievable crisis that we have in childcare. I talked about partnerships. Already, we have a partnership with the National Association for Family Childcare, which is the largest association in the country for our industry. I mentioned CSEA, one of the largest unions in the country for family childcare. We have a partnership with the United Federation of Teachers, again, one of the largest unions in the country for family childcare right down here in New York City. Just with these partnerships, and that's not all of them, we have access to well over 10,000 family childcare providers that need our help instantaneously. How are we going to make a little bit of money? Well, our voice childcare management software is $30 a month. There's over 500,000 family childcare providers that need our help in this country today. Our competition for a manual piece of software, not voice activated, is $50, $60, $70 a month. And then any of those other childcare management software products that want to integrate and use our voice technology, $30 a month for all your clients. And then in January, we're going to do something unprecedented. We're going to launch a manual childcare management software for every family childcare provider in the country for a one-time fee of $5. Crazy, I know. But we don't believe that family childcare providers should pay to save time. So we're going to be able to offer them a product that's manual for a one-time fee of $5. Again, why? It gives us a constant influx of providers that we can introduce our voice technology to. And we have the team to do it. Not only do we have decades of combined early education experience, we have multiple successful exits amongst our team. And myself, I grew up here in the Capital District. I've watched the Capital District become a technology hub over the last few years. And we want to continue to show how the Capital District can become and continue to be a technology hub here in New York State. Our ask is $1.5 million so we can breathe new life into an industry that all of us workers need. And we have to onboard about 5,000 or more providers next year, which we need a little help with. We'd all love you to join us so we could all use our voice so we can tackle one of the most important industries we have here in our country, and that's our child care industry. Thank you.
Thanks for the presentation. So how is it different from, the AI voice notes which we have usually on the internet?
Because every provider in every state has different regulations and different compliance laws that they need to follow. So it's not just about speaking the actual event. It's the fact that our software understands New York State compliance, different from Massachusetts compliance. And our software understands California compliance, different than New York State compliance. So it's not just about the fact that you're just using like an open notepad to speak to it. It actually understands the time of day that diaper change needs to be had. New York State mandates that every family child care provider change a diaper every 2 hours, whether it's dirty or not. You have to change it, and then you have to write it down for every kid, every diaper change. That's 2 hours in New York State as their regulation. It's different in other states. Our software intelligently understands that time frame and then can alert providers based off of you need to change a diaper because that time frame is up. So there's a little intelligence based off of it. It's more than just a note taker.
Okay, so do you feed that data?
We do feed the data.
Gotcha.
So it sounds like the major advantage is the AI voice over your competitors, is what you were saying. So what's stopping your competitors from implementing that? Is it a heavy lift, hard technical challenge? Can you speak a little bit to that?
Yep. So it's taken us about 7 years to be able to get where we need to get, where vocal technology, the language models out there, technology's changed a lot, as you all know, in the last 5 years when it comes to language models. So that's helped us out a lot. But yes, it's a dive to be able to understand everything that a provider needs to say and have it be conversational, where you don't have to specifically speak the same utterance every time to have it done. It's just like you're having a conversation with a human. So it takes a lot of, I wouldn't say just intelligence, but a lot of work to be able to get through it and understand the compliance in every different state and all of that. And, going after patents isn't a bad thing either.